I wrote the book. Been there, done that. Have the T-shirt to prove it. See what goes on in the system, and see why so many of our young African American men feel the way they feel about authority. I had opportunity. I think it was last month to have my good friend on Sister Flower show, Pastor P.M. Smith, Hubert Memorial.
Oh.
And he was explaining some things to me why black youth will not submit to the authority of the police when they're pulled over. If you want respect, you have to give respect. In my days, it was officer friendly.
I remember them days.
Yeah, those days are long gone.
Officer friendly.
Yeah.
You know, see, I have a daughter, 4 years old. She be 5 this year. Mackenzie is now listening to the radio.
Praise God.
She tuned in to 1010
tuned
in the car,
In the
the
car.
cab, folks. So how you doing, Mackenzie? That's my daughter. I know she's smiling.
Yeah.
You know, I want my daughter to know Officer Friendly. You think she can meet Officer Friendly one day?
Well, let me just say this, Brother Wallace. There are some officers on the force that I know personally who are basically good guys, and they wear the uniform with pride and to protect and serve. You know, one is Officer Amos over in East Baltimore, who takes the kids to ball games.
Okay,
and
so
coach.
Officer Friendly.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know,
Wow. Okay. Cool.
You know, there's a lot of them when I start calling names, and we need to get that back.
Yeah, because my daughter's 5 years old. She wanna meet
Yeah,
Mr. Officer
yeah. We
Friendly.
don't want the kids to grow up and see the police officers as the enemy.
Right.
But we also have to do a better job to advocate for them. I shouldn't have to worry about when a police officer pull me over.
Do you worry about it?
Well, I don't worry about it because number one, you know, God has my back.
Amen.
And then when they get out of line, Brother Wallace, you know, I know who to.
Who to call? It's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't. And plus, I just want to send a message to the police officers that, you know, don't treat people a different way because who they connected with and who they know. You should treat everyone like that. And I do know from my experience being an activist in this city that there are some people on the streets that they just don't cooperate.
What you mean by that?
When they see law enforcement. They
You
just
said
have no
those
respect.
are people on the streets.
Yeah, I can't call names, you know.
Like
because,
people on the streets.
regular people, ordinary people,
They
citizens.
they don't respect the police.
No, they don't.
They ain't worried about going to jail.
No.
Wow, when I see a police, I
Well,
make sure I'm
well, we
buckle
come
up
in a
and
different
everything right.
generation.
I respect the police.
And I'm not saying. I always say to the police officers, when people are shooting at police officers, I'm not
Wait a
saying
minute.
for them to have ice cream and cake. with
People is shooting at police officers.
them. Well, you seen what happened
When?
in New York. When the man went to New York and killed 2 police officers. I mean, it
Oh.
happens all the time. Killed a police officer in Florida.
The police ain't see him coming though. He was in the car and
But they were ambushed.
yeah, it's hard to get away from ambush. Just like a cab driver got shot in the head. He was ambushed.
The one you took the donation up?
Yeah,
I
you
remember that.
you did too.
Yeah, we worked
You
together
know,
on that.
he
The
went
only
up-
thing I'm asking, and I think that you and Sister Flowers have the means and the tools to get the information out on the airwaves, that the only way we're going to have a better rapport with the law enforcement and community
is what?
is that we have to get rid of police officers that's bullies.
All right.
Yeah, we
Do
shouldn't-
anybody know any police
yeah,
officers?
we shouldn't have to put body
Can they
cameras
call
in.
us and
Sure,
tell us their
sure.
names? Because I don't know any bullies.
Yeah, well,
All right.
there's a lot of them.
Here's the number, folks. You know any bullies officers? Give me a
Uh,
call. 410-481-1010. Call us and let's talk about it. Also, we're going to talk about an advocate. You heard about the people dying up there?
Yeah.
Why nobody talking about it?
Hush, hush.
It's hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? What's so hush
Well,
hush
you know,
about?
brother Wallace, you always put me on the spot.
All right,
You want
because
names.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you want names.
No, you don't have to say no names.
I don't know. If I knew, I would say it. But
Or anybody out there.
I'm-
They know
I'm
what's
just
going
out-
on in
I'm
Africa.
just
Why?
honored to be on your show.
Why are the people up there getting killed? And nobody knew nothing about it.
I don't know.
I don't know either, folks. But you know, so I want you to call me And the number 410-481-1010. And we also stream all over the country, folks. And that number 1-877-704-1010. Or, computer www.wolbbaltimore.com.
And you can call me at 410-462-2187. This is Reverend Dr. Andre Humphrey.
What's that number again?
410-462-2187. Name of my book is Black Youth in the Juvenile Justice System.
Wow.
You want to get it? Call me. Let
We
me
wanna
know,
get
and
it.
I'll autograph it. I think you already have it.
It's autographed, too.
Oh, okay. Praise God.
But you know what? Now, about the youth getting locked up, do they have the fathers in the house
I'm glad you brought that up.
or
Brother
broken
Wallace.
up family?
It's not a true saying that
Mhm.
because a kid comes from a broken home. I mean, I had a father and a loving father and a mother in the home, and I still did my thing. Like I said, I'm allergic to people who've been good all their lives.
Oh, man.
A person said they've been good all their lives.
Stay away from them?
Well, I'm afraid of them
Wow.
because all
Why?
of us are sinners saved by the grace of God.
So anybody
None
out
of our
there,
backgrounds are squeaky clean.
anybody out there background squeaky clean?
Yeah, please call if it is.
But we gonna stay away from you if it is. Let's go to Kenny. Kenny, what's happening out there?
Hey, what's happening? Yeah, I just wanted to respond on what Dr. Humphrey said about police treating everybody fair. This bishop woman that took the guy riding the bike,
Mm-hmm.
with all the charges that she has and all this, if it was one of us, we're having no bail.
That's true. And Brother Kennedy,
We're
she's
having
out.
No bail and no chance to get out of jail.
You're right.
Did they arrest her?
But yeah, but she's out now.
She's out of jail.
Yeah.
And she said she's going to treatment. But if you so close to God, you should have been had the treatment. Because close to God, you don't need to go into no treatment. All you would have to do is pray.
Yeah.
But she wants to come out and go to treatment, and she's gonna get off on this case.
Yeah, I believe she is too, Brother Kenny.
You know what I'm saying? But she's going to get off on this case. And the reason why they're not saying anything about the blacks in Nigeria is because Nigeria has a lot of oil in there, and the United States don't want to go over there and disturb anything that might go down because Little John or whatever his name is that run that country, he's in charge of that oil. And the United States ain't going to do anything about that to disturb them getting that oil. Talk to you guys later.
All right, Brother Kenny.
There you go, my man Kenny. See, I told you we got some listeners.
Yeah, but Brother Wallace,
Taxi Talk.
God bless you in the efforts and the thing that you do. You gave a gentleman my number. He wants to do a fundraiser. I said, Brother Wallace must think I can do it all. I'm glad that
he called the show. He said, man, you got a good show and all that.
Well,
I started to tell him, when people think I have a good show, you know who I want them to call?
Who?
The general manager.
The gentleman let him
Howard
know.
Mazer.
Okay.
I wanted him to call him and say, hey, Taxi Talk is a great show.
Yeah, it is. And Brother Wallace.
Going on 7 years.
You've been out there. You were there at the vigil for Lord Mackenzie Elliott.
Yes.
And others with the homeless, assisting Sister Flowers. And I think
And the cabbies.
in the cabbies.
And when the public service tried to take our meter down to
Yeah.
$21 to
Yeah.
go to the airport,
Mhm.
from 35 to 21, we bucked the system. Ain't that right, Dr. Flowers?
Oh, that's Sister Flowers trying to call.
Yeah,
him?
Sister Flowers. You
Sister-
calling the wrong number. You got to call 410-481-1010. She should
She
know
called
that.
your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brother Wallace, I really, truly grateful and humble
Uh-huh.
for you giving me the opportunity to talk about my book, and Sister Flowers giving me the opportunity to promote it. And I think when I set up the book signings and all that, to autograph
Let's
the
do
books,
it.
I definitely would like for you to be there. And
I
also,
definitely
God
will.
has given you a gift of recording. I look on my phone and I'm just
You see some
beginning
things.
I'm just beginning to look at the Facebook and all that, and I
Mhm.
saw what you celebrity. Was that a picture of you and P Diddy?
Yep.
Oh man,
I told
that's
you.
awesome, man.
You see,
Awesome.
see, that's why I dress up before I come into Radio
Never
1
know
because
who
I
you gonna meet.
never know who's in here. Just like Sylvia Jones, she's right there. I'm
Was
glad.
that
I'm
him?
glad. Yeah, Sylvia. I'm glad. I'm looking
I
at
miss,
y'all.
I miss Jones.
See, I'm glad I'm looking sharp because, hey, you know, you never know who is.
You never know who
in
you.
here.
I'm glad you told me her name. I didn't know. I
Yeah.
always speak to her, but I never knew her name.
And
So
also,
if they want to get, I'll let you
But
put it
look.
out there. No,
no, that's your book.
410
Uh-huh.
462-2187. This is Reverend Dr. Andre Humphrey, Black Youth in the Juvenile Justice System. If you want to get a copy of it, you can contact me.
So, if they get a copy of your book, the parents can read it and save their children from going to prison.
Absolutely, because it tells what goes on. I tell people all the time, they said that, they want their children to go in the system, and I tell them, you don't want that.
They want the children to go in the
Yeah.
system. You don't know. I'm telling you, folks, I know someone in the system right now. They went in, they was offered 5 years. They turned it down. When they went to court, the judge calls them a monkey.
Mm.
And it's in the transcript. So the guy flipped the desk over in the court, and they gave him 17 years. And then while he was in the feds, 2 of the officers approached him, allegedly. But I had to use the word allegedly,
There you go.
right?
Where you
And-
learn that, Will?
I learned from you. And
Yeah, because when we're not sure, we got to say it.
and if you hear the feds,
Right.
if you get in the confrontation with the feds, you get 20 years apiece for that.
Yeah, they don't play.
So you get 20 years. So he got 40.
The judge
so you got
called him
about
a
60.
monkey.
Yeah,
Well, what state this was at?
it was in Baltimore City.
Oh, man.
I got this transcript.
Mm.
But to make a long story short, now he's facing like 60 years altogether.
Mm.
He got it
That's terrible.
just by not accepting 5 years.
Mhm.
But you never know. Let's go right to Mr. Leo.
Mr. Leo.
Happy New Year,
Bless you,
Dr.
Mr. Leo.
Humphrey. Famous.
Are you able to attend on Monday night? I know you're busy. Are you able to attend the Roots of Scouting meeting of my organization Monday night at 7 o'clock?
Where's it going to be at, Mr. Leo?
On the 19th at 7 p.m. at the Church of St. Cecilia on Hilton Street and Windsor Avenue. We're in the church hall, which is on the ground floor of the church, and you've got to come in from the Hilton Street side of the parking lot. You got to come in and enter the middle doors. We're Hilton Street and Windsor Avenue, 2 blocks from Walbrook Junction.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll try to make
And
it.
let me give you my number. 410
410.
Let me get the
Go ahead.
pen.
410
Amen.
523
523
6118.
61. Okay, Mr. Leo.
Yeah, 6118. And the best time to reach me is late at night. You can get me anytime in the day, but I'm in the house with always me. So after 10 o'clock at night or before 10 o'clock in the morning is the best time. That's my landline. My cell phone will be up and running next week sometime. But right now, I've got one phone operating, and that's the one I'm calling you from now.
I know
and
that's
you
right.
say that's on Windsor and Hilton?
Windsor Avenue
Windsor Avenue.
and Hilton Street. We're